London calling to the faraway towns. Now war is declared and battle come down. London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard, you boys and
What are you looking up?
I'm looking stuff up while you talk.
I bored you so thoroughly that you're off Googling what
No, there was a good post that somebody had recently about what good atheism has done.
I see.
But
okay.
wasn't able to find it.
No, that's fine. You don't have to explain.
Don't do that.
All right. Okay. Oh, do we want to have our fun email?
We get email.
We get email.
And if I could print this out so some of you could see it, boy, that'd be fun.
Oh, this is great. This is a.
There's this whole thing with
Here, you read it because it came
punctuation, spelling. There's almost nothing capitalized. There's a few homophonic errors.
You can put that one up on the
The
blog.
subject is how misleading you are.
No, it's how misleading your are.
Oh, sorry. I'm so used to reading things one way that when people screw it up that badly, I miss.
Yeah.
How misleading your are, with an exclamation mark. Atheism is not new and is as old as religion itself. Believing in oneself.
Okay, now let's stop right there. I mean, duh moment number one.
I actually had maybe predate religion.
Well, in terms
had
of
to invent a belief before somebody could believe it.
Yeah.
And prior to them believing it, they didn't believe.
yeah, well, they didn't believe simply because it didn't even occur to them,
Yeah.
right? But to have atheism as an oppositional stance would have taken religion first.
Yes.
So, yeah, atheism is not new and as old as religion itself. That's duh moment number one in sentence number one. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Then believing in God.
Okay.
Sentence number two.
Okay. Explanation.
Well, I use sentence in the loosest possible terms.
Yes. We're going to keep an exclamation point count too. So that's the first one.
I am a scientist, not atheist. Okay. Nobody ever said that scientists had to be atheists, do they? Did I miss a memo?
Well, I think that scientists ought to at least be functionally literate or be able to write.
I don't believe for a second this person's a scientist, but I'm actually addressing this point about I'm a scientist, not an atheist. Okay. There's plenty of those.
Yeah.
People can be wrong about things. I look at facts to back up my beliefs, not speculations about if or not there is a God.
I'm still here. Yeah.
I look at facts. I'm agreeing. I tend to look at facts, and I'm not speculating. I mean, I'm asking where's the evidence of a God. So, so we'll continue. I know there is billions of atoms and trillion to the second power of DNA splattered throughout, with a hyphen, by the way, the universe and thing unexplained by science today, exclamation mark.
That's what. Trillion to the second power of DNA splattered throughout the universe. Now let's just bask in that visual, folks, for just a minute. Just
now, there's a kind of a sub-comment that we can make about belief here.
I'm just hung up on the right. I mean, I love
how many
that.
of you believe he's a scientist? Come on now. Before you assume that there is no God or assume there is, you must look at the evidence.
Duh moment number two.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
And by the way, I'd say not before you assume. I'd say instead of assuming.
Yes.
Consider the evidence and then base your belief on that evidence. There was a period there to mark the end of the sentence, but it actually keeps going. And not at the winners of history's version of truth, exclamation mark.
We're at 3 now.
So he seems to think that I've come to the assumption that God doesn't exist without actually examining the evidence and instead accepting the version of history's version of truth. So
which would be that God exists because religion has sort of run the world for thousands of years, are we not?
Just because they claim to be one thing doesn't mean they are that which they claim.
4.
Another exclamation mark. Okay, I agree. Because you claim to be a scientist, and that does not mean that you are that which you claim. Atheist, singular, are the same. No comma. You worry about future and worry about today. Now, it's possible we thought about this could be somebody's second language. English isn't their primary language.
Except
the name, which I'm not going to read,
yeah.
Isn't one that would lead me to conclude that English is a second language. I'll just put it that way. It's possible.
But anyway, we're on exclamation point 5.
Yeah. Atheists are the same. You worry about future and worry about today, as most humans do.
6.
Another exclamation mark. I worry about my children and their future.
7. We worry about your children and their future.
More than I did before I got your email. So, where are we? Go look at the Christian world, see a joy they have, no other set of people have.
Yeah, we're at 8 exclamation points.
Yeah, so I look at both sides, no worries and a joy beyond measure, or fear and self-human interest.
9.
And death. Like, Christians don't die? To believe in something greater than one's self. But left to human temper, the world is then ruled by fear, hatred, and death. Wars, disease, famine, religion has bring out love and understanding. Bull! Religion has bring out love and understanding, and it's secularism that's responsible for wars, disease, famine. You just stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
But for a few bad apples, take Islam, for example, it claim all infidels should be killed. Two more exclamation marks. But in Christian belief, accept Jesus into your heart and be saved beyond your earthly years. This is just a look at what our atheists and their views looks like. No one ever thought it through. We don't have enough evidence to claim there is no God.
Well, we don't have enough evidence to claim there is no invisible cosmic bunny rabbit named Gus, but you know, what's the evidence that he does exist? Well, probably just as bad. So
I think we have enough evidence to claim there is no God.
Depends on how you
define. We may not be able to prove it to anything close to an absolute certainty, but I'm pretty much convinced that there is no God. And by the way, it doesn't matter, because the burden of proof is on the people who are making the claim that a God exists.
Yes.
Or creation, but belief, and then you must stomp out the belief in love, hope, and faith if there is no God. No, you don't.
Yeah. What does there being a God have to do with love, hope, and faith? I mean, faith I can understand. That's
Chuck faith, but love and hope, we're kind of fans of those.
Yeah, see, because that has to do with reality and not fantasy.
For all the idea of God is a starting point of creation. Here's where we have fun with science.
Oh yeah, this is how much of a scientist this guy is.
Here's your scientist who wrote us. If Big Bang is correct, then God is the impact of 2 asteroids.
Wait. Read that again. It's too beautiful.
If Big Bang is correct, then God is the impact of 2 asteroids.
I love this man.
But why hasn't there been another Big Bang with 3 question marks? All the time, asteroids...
He's missed out. He's missing out the fun of the Big Bang.
All the time, asteroids impact each other, and the universe keeps expanding into infinity.
That's why we have the universe, because asteroids just keep
Big Bang was a couple of asteroids, and since that happens all the time, then obviously we should be seeing Big Bangs all the time, but we don't. It just keeps expanding, so this Big Bang theory must be wrong. Your Big Bang theory is wrong.
I think our boy was hit by an asteroid at some point.
But to be nice, he follows it up with a final line that clearly is derived. Hey, I was right. Deuteronomy 13:6. I don't have to have that stuff memorized, but sometimes I do. Anyway, he follows up this asteroid impact Big Bang thing with a line that clearly follows logically from the preceding sentence and the rest of the scientific dribble. Atheism is a belief just as Satanism is, belief in oneself. Thanks. And some of you wonder why I don't get around to your real emails.
Yeah. I don't need to believe in myself. Look, here I am.
Yeah, he's not, not a scientist, I'll say. And if you are, I need to find out where you got your credentials, because we need to have a talk with those people. Chris, how you